Today we're going to do a review of how one of the top marketers is using social proof to help boost sales, increase conversions, and I want to show you how you can do the same thing. So what we're seeing here is a product called the Nano Product Stack by Ryan Lee, who's a very well-known marketer. But as you can see, the first social proof element that we've got is about a third of the way down. This part here is very interesting to me because Ryan is selling a product called the Nano product. It's showing you how you can build a business that's less than $100 and build something very successful. What is really unique is he hasn't even used any written testimonial, no images of the person or picture or photo, headshot of themselves. He's used a screenshot of their programs. This social proof element here is to show proof that you can create a program less than $100 and build an 8-figure business. Now, what I'm going to do at the end of this is I'm going to show you what Ryan can do a little bit differently to help boost conversions and increase sales if this is something that he wanted to do. The next thing he's doing is he's leveraging the most powerful element of social proof, and that is celebrity. In the internet and marketing world, the three people you see here are very, very big names and very well established. So he's leveraged their celebrity to show that proof that he is as good as he is at what he does. There's nothing really fancy about any of this other than he's created some colors to get this to stand out. The text is different and some highlights in here in different sections to just show what makes him stand out. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you something that he could have done differently with these testimonials to actually help enhance a little bit, but we'll get to that in just a second. Now we're going to start getting into the standard general testimonials, and the first one you see here is this is actually a probably Photoshop or Canva edited element where there is a Facebook comment, an email, and then another email. Now this is very smart. If you look at the headline, it says no list, no problem. This is answering one of the biggest objections he's probably getting for a program like this from someone who's a beginner who has no email list. And what he's done is he's found testimonials that offset that objection, and he's combined them together right in this spot. So that way it can say, hey, we can help you do this regardless if you have no list. But now we come into his heavy social proof area. And this is generic social proof. But what's really powerful is he's taken screenshots. They're not just something that he's typed in. They're screenshots from clients and customers of his who have taken his courses and gone through his programs and talking about how impressive they are. And then he comes back to leveraging the celebrity of others. And what he's done is he's got the average testimonials from customers and clients, but now he's come down to the authority figures within his niche that other people will know, and he's made those stand out even more. Again, there is a couple things that he could do that are a little bit different that could help. Again, we'll show you that at the end of the video. And then the other thing that he did, the last thing that I love and I stress all the time that very few people do, is when you come down and you can see he's got his calls to action, right? Here's the calls to action, and then there's a testimonial. Anywhere you have a call to action, you should have some sort of testimonial that talks about that, because that's going to help people click. And as we scroll down to the bottom, we'll come back to the FAQs in a second, and then we get to the final call to action. Again, he could have a testimonial here, but that's okay. So we click this, and this is something I recommend as well. If you have a checkout page or anywhere there's a call to action where someone's going to pay, have a testimonial. And you can see here he has one from Mike Geary, who is again an authority. He's been around a long time in his niche. The people who are in his industry would know that name. It's going to help credibility. But let's step back and we'll reverse this and what he can do differently to actually help boost conversions with different types of testimonial. On the checkout page here, what he's got from Mike Geary, he's got only a text thing that was written in here. I may replace it with the screenshot because a screenshot carries more clout than something that is typed in, because it's a little bit more believable. Now, if we come back to the actual page itself, what I found in the FAQs is, if you notice, these are written out in text. I like to actually include testimonial videos within some of the FAQs. For example, one of the things like, what's the catch? Why is this so inexpensive? I would have a video testimonial, maybe a little text with it talking about why it's something that answers this objection that someone has. And you can do that within your FAQs as well. If we come back up to the call to action where there's a testimonial, this is an email, so this is pretty powerful. I don't know if I would change much of this. I may add another one or two, or a screenshot from a social media profile to improve on this, but this is actually done really well. But as we come up to here, if you notice, this section in here is hard to see some of these testimonials, and they kind of just get blended in and matched in. The good thing that he did here is he added a bunch of them. The golden rule is the more you have a social proof, the better it is. So what I would want to do is I would want to take the best ones that are here, and I'd want to make them stand out. The first thing is you can just draw some lines or arrows or squigglies or whatever you want. But even the more powerful way is you can animate these. Like, you can have one or two of these pop up and maybe zoom in or out, or just do some sort of small animation that can actually draw your attention to it. And I would do the same as well with one of these, but I would take one of them and I would animate this, and then I would add a call to action with like an arrow saying click here or click the button below to get started now. Again, we come back to the objection answering this. I like videos to answer objections. If he has a video answering this, or 2 or 3 videos, that is going to really crush for him. And then I would do the same here. These are awesome, these 3 things, but I would take one of them and animate them. And that's really, I think, would be the most powerful part for this. And actually, in just a second, I'm going to show you what a Ryan Deiss animated video testimonial will actually look like. And then lastly, what I would do here is, if you know anything in this industry about Jeff Cavaliere, Jeff is known as a video guy. His face is the brand as of right now. What I would do is do everything I can to get video testimonial from Jeff, and then I would use that along with this picture, and that would absolutely crush all of this. All that being said, this is really great, and this is better than most of the stuff that I see out there. And just if you're curious, I'm going to come back down and I'm going to show you what this animated testimonial, very simple, would be like that Ryan could use here that would help boost and increase conversions. So let's take a look at it now. And just so you know, that animated file was recreated through Photoshop, but then it was just put into Canva and animated in Canva, and it wasn't that hard to do, and it can be done. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, just let me know.